Let's talk about property taxes. I want you to take a minute to think about all the comments that just started this video with. Those are real comments from real Salem residents. They're retirees, families, homeowners, people who are frustrated, people who are worried. And I'm one of them. We have every right to be frustrated. Property taxes are too high. They've gone up too fast. And for people on fixed incomes or trying to raise a family, it feels like you're getting squeezed from every direction. I hear it every day, and I take it seriously. Before we can talk about the solutions, I want to be honest with you about where we are and how we got here. I'm a current Salem Town Councilor. I supported and helped create the last 3 town budgets. I supported the police station bond along with 78% of our community. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. I supported those decisions because public safety and core services matter. Police, fire, roads, public works, keeping Salem functioning. Supporting a budget does not mean ignoring the tax burden. It means being honest about the trade-offs and focused on real solutions. Since 2021, inflation has hit everyone. Households, small businesses, employers, and yes, the town of Salem. Wages went up, fuel costs went up, construction costs went up, insurance went up, utilities went up. Every employer has had that same pressure. The town is no different. That does not make higher taxes acceptable, but it does explain why simply saying cut the budget without a plan is not realistic or honest. So let me break down how your property tax bill actually works. Salem's total tax rate right now is $18.16 per $1,000 of value. Only $5.90 of that is the town portion. The rest goes to local education, the state education tax, and county obligations. Every dollar of taxable value in Salem is taxed across all of those categories, which means when we talk about relief, we have to talk about the entire tax base, not just one slice of it. Now, here's the part that really matters. In 2003, roughly 33% of Salem's tax base was made from commercial and industrial properties in town. Today, that number is down to about 23%. Even though it feels like a lot of commercial development has happened, the reality is this. The value of our residential properties has grown much faster than the value of our commercial and industrial base. That means homeowners are carrying more of the load. That is one structural problem we have to fix. There's another issue tied in with all of that we need to talk about honestly. Salem's development pattern over the last several decades has been spread out. We have sprawled outwards across town. Every new mile of road, every new pipe, every extended service route costs money to build, money to operate, and money to maintain forever. Police coverage, fire response, snow plowing, road maintenance, water and sewer, all of it becomes more expensive when development is spread far and thin. Those costs don't go away. They compound over time. On top of that, deferred maintenance decisions made years ago are starting to come due. Roads that were patched instead of rebuilt, pipelines that were pushed off for 1 year or another, facilities that were maintained just enough to get by patching the roof, fixing the floors, but not big things. Those bills are now coming due all at once. Today's prices, not at yesterday's. That reality matters because it explains why costs keep rising even when people feel like nothing new is being added. So let me give you a real example with real numbers. Salem's total tax base today is about $6.5 billion. If Salem were to add $500 million in new taxable construction and redevelopment, that grows the tax base by about 7.7%. If budgets are held flat, that reduces the entire tax rate, town, education, state, county, by about $1.40 per thousand in value. On a $500,000 home, that is about $700 a year in real property tax relief. That's not a talking point, that's just math. That's what actually lowers property taxes, increasing development while keeping spending under control. So the first is the spending discipline. Budgets have to stay close to, if not under inflation, certainly not above it. Second, we have to continue recovery through user fees. Salem already uses user fees for many services. The key is making sure those fees actually keep pace with costs, so property taxpayers are not subsidizing specific services. Third, and most importantly, we have to rebalance the tax base and be smarter about how we grow. That means responsible redevelopment. More value on land already connected to our infrastructure and services, maximizing the value per acre. growth patterns that stabilize long-term infrastructure and service costs instead of expanding them, commercial, mixed-use, and industrial investment that adds value without overburdening our schools. If we do not grow the tax base and manage growth wisely, homeowners will always be the backstop. And here is the problem with this debate. Everyone agrees that taxes are too high, but the conversation usually stops there. So instead of arguing in the comment sections, I decided to do something different. I just launched a public tool called salembudgetbuilder.com. It's live right now. If you go to salembudgetbuilder.com, you can build your own version of Salem's municipal budget using the 2025 spending plan as the baseline. You can increase or decrease major spending categories. You can explore the different revenue options. You can see the trade-offs in real time and put the amount of development that you're comfortable with to show how that offsets your taxes too. The site also includes an AI tool that lets you propose specific ideas, new projects, program reductions, service changes. As you describe the idea, the tool estimates the cost of savings in real time. That means instead of vague suggestions, we can talk about real numbers. If you want lower property taxes, show me your plan. What would you cut? What would you protect? What changes would you make? What would you propose? What do you want to see around town? What services would you change? And if your goal is real relief without gutting services, you will also see why growing the tax base and managing growth the right way matters. This is about transparency, real numbers, real choices. I'm going to read every single submission that's made through the site. And again, there's no magic vote that's going to make property taxes disappear. It's going to take all of us working together to put Salem on the right path, to keep us on that right path. And there are policies that work. There are trade-offs that we have to be honest about, and we need to show them in real time. If you want to be part of the conversation, go to salembudgetbuilder.com and build your version of our town budget. This is how we get real tax relief for Salem taxpayers together. Thank you all for watching the video. Thank you for paying attention to this line. Please go on to the website, submit your budget. I'd love to see your suggestions. We're gonna keep working together to make Salem the best place it can be, and the best state in the country. Thank you. Stay warm.